Hey everyone, Katrina here. I thought today I would do a video sharing with you the first 6 months of 2021 and how I went with eBay. So this was meant to be me kind of doing it properly, doing it full time, all of that. Didn't really happen, not gonna lie. Every now and again I'd be like, yeah, and list 100 items in one week, and then I didn't do it for weeks. But I thought I would show you guys anyways what my profit, all of that looks like for the first 6 months, so you kind of get an idea of what you can kind of expect when you're first starting out. Because I know a lot of people, we watch these YouTube channels that make thousands of dollars per week on eBay, but they do a shitload of work, like a lot. And this past month, like July, and we're now in August, I've been trying really, really hard. So go watch my July video. That month is beyond what I've done in the first 6 months of eBay. So yeah, now I think I started my eBay in July 2020, but it was the same kind of story as this year where, I would list a few items, do nothing for a month, list some more items, do nothing for 3 more weeks. So I don't have a spreadsheet of that as such. I did it a little bit differently last year, but I got this spreadsheet from Hustle and Hooks, and for the first 6 months, I just used theirs. I've changed it a little bit. So if you look at my July video, I've changed it around so that it fits my financial period. Being in Australia, we go from July to June, whereas in America, they go January to December. So I've changed all that around. I've added in extra sections and things, just so it fits what I want to do more. But when I got this, it was April. So, and then July was when I was going to do it properly again. So I redid it all. But yeah, let's get into this. So first 6 months, you can see up the top here, this is kind of what I did. I'll just zoom in a little bit for you guys, so hopefully you can see it. The other months aren't filled out properly. The expenses weren't really filled out properly either, because I had another expense sheet that I was doing, and I decided just to stick with that until the end of the financial period, which was the 30th of June. So I added bits and pieces in there just to test it out, but yeah, ignore that part mostly because it's not filled out properly. So January, only 21 sales, which I was pretty happy with because it's just after Christmas, all of that, so you don't get really that many sales. But yeah, so total cost of goods sold was about $36. My gross sales was $363. So that's the total of what, customers paid. And then the net profit is minus the shipping costs and the fees. So my shipping costs were about $138.10. My approximate fees were $61, and then my profit was $127. So the first few months of this year, I was sending some stuff by Sendle and some stuff by Australia Post. So Sendle is cheaper, and if you send in their own shipping bags, it's a flat rate price of I think it was $8.50 from memory. So I was doing that mostly to start with because I was also mostly doing clothes, so I didn't have to use bubble wrap or things like that. Then when I started getting more into the books, I had to bubble wrap everything, which was a pain in the butt, which is why I've ended up changing to the padded envelopes by Australia Post. The other reason I had decided to stick with Australia Post was because I realized when I got the business account and I started to get more sales, I could actually go up in the bands and get more discounts, and those discounts actually end up being less than Sendle. So I'm on band 4 now as of August 9th. That's the day that I'm recording this video. So I only just got to band 4, like, I think it was like Friday. It's Monday now. So before that was band 3. So I've really, like, in July, I was on band 2. And now I'm up to band 4. So you can go up really quickly once you start taking eBay more seriously and getting more sales. So yeah, and the other thing was Sendle, sometimes it would get there in a record time of like the next day, and other times it would take a ridiculously long time to get to places. And I know COVID has been stuffing up with shipping and stuff, but Australia Post has just been a little bit more consistent and everything, so I've decided just to stick with them. But anyways, yeah, so that's where the shipping costs kind of come from. So if we go to the January tab, we can kind of see what sold. So we have some soaps. I was selling a lot of soaps because I got bulk soaps and I was selling them in boxes of 50. So they're kind of more the hotel, motel, like little small square ones. But yeah, I was selling a lot of those. Some Haviana thongs, had a few of those. One book, so I bubble wrapped that to fit into the packaging. Some more soaps, some more soaps. The Jamberry sheets, they're like stick-on nail polish, I guess you would call it. So yeah, I've sold quite a lot of those in past months and in months coming. So you'll probably see them a few times. But yeah, soaps, vintage poker dice that was still in the package. I sold them for a gross of $18.95. And then it was $7.50 shipping. That was through Sendle. So I'll just make this a little bit smaller so I can actually see the profit and stuff. I'm just going to hide these. So the profit on that was $8.23, and I got those dice for free from a garage sale. That they'd had a garage sale the week before and not everything had sold, so the next week they were just, everything was free. So I got those for free and ended up making a profit of $8 on it, so that was pretty good. Then we've got more soap, a bear boutique doll, so kind of a bear, so kind of like Build-A-Bear but a different brand. Some more Jamboree nails. Then we have a dress, like one of those t-shirt dresses, a book, some Arbonne stuff. I used to be a consultant for them, so I had a whole lot of sample envelopes that I was just trying to sell. Some have sold. So then we've got I've got this as a book, but it was actually more of a comic book. Then I've got some AFL swapping cards. So I sold quite a few of them last year, but I still made some sales this year with them, and I even got one last month in July. But yeah, they definitely slowed down since last year because they are 2020 ones. Some more soap. I said I sold a lot of soap. Then some jeans, and this is another thing I got from the free garage sale. She had a whole lot of, she used to be a hairdresser, and she had a whole lot of this like semi-permanent color mousse stuff, and hair coloring stuff, which sold quite good. So I made $6.74 profit on that, and you know, for something free, pretty good. So the next month is February, 26 sales, so slightly better than January. And I made a net profit of $192. You can see my gross sales was $550, shipping was $201, and approximate free fees were $93. So if we come over to February, I'm just going to hide these. I don't really use them. I don't have many returns or anything. So I don't think I've ever had a return actually. So that's one thing that's good for me. But yeah, so this month is where I started listing some. So my mum's sewing machine blew up. So we actually took it apart, and we are selling the sewing machine parts. Some are sold. There's still quite a few there, so I might take them off or list them as a bulk thing soon, just to get rid of them. But yeah, we sold some parts of the sewing machine. So even if something doesn't work, try selling it for parts. Some clothes, some more Jamboree nail sheets, more soaps, a book, Jamboree stuff, soaps, a book, soaps, a DVD. I do have quite a few DVDs listed, but I think I need to work on my titles and descriptions and stuff, because they are one of the, I think they're literally the first thing I ever listed on eBay, and let's be honest, I had no idea what I was doing. So I really need to go back and fix those up, but I did sell a DVD. That one was brand new from memory. A book, some soaps, Jamboree book, some more of those AFL cards, more soap and Jamboree stuff, a book, clothes, some lipstick, and more Jamboree sheets. So you can see these first few months I am selling a mix of everything. I actually made a little table over here. So 15 things were in the health and beauty, 6 books, 1 dress / jumpsuit, women's outerwear, DVDs, 1 toys and games, and 1 other. So yeah, most of the stuff was in the health and beauty to start with, and I think that was the same for January. Yeah, most stuff was health and beauty. So next month we have is March 24 sales, so went a little bit backwards to February. Gross sales was 504, and profit was 190. Shipping cost was 191, and approximate eBay fees was $85. So let's have a look at what sold. All right, hide these again. Sorry, guys. So we've got books, eyelash. What am I calling? Mascara. So someone actually bought 10 of them. I bought these really cheap. They all seem to be fine, unopened, all of that. So I decided to sell them. So yeah, someone bought 10 of them, which is awesome. And cost of goods was $1.40 for 10. So I ended up making $48 profit on that, which is pretty good. I was really happy with that. Then we've got some more soap, some books, the AFL cards, more of that hair coloring stuff I talked about. I think most of it sold in 2020. But yeah, I still had a few things coming out in, the first few months where it was selling. A cookbook, Jamie Oliver. Another book, it's like a non-fiction book. Some soaps, some more Haviana thongs. These I bought at a police auction. So when stuff gets handed into the police, and if it's not claimed and the person who handed it in doesn't want it, it often goes to a police auction, which I went to, and I bought a whole lot of Haviana thongs. So also if someone's stolen something, and they find it on the property, it also seems to go to these auctions and not back to like Haviana or anything, which I thought was weird, but maybe Haviana doesn't want it back because they've already claimed insurance or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I bought a box of all these kids' Haviana thongs, so that's why you'll see them every now and again, and why I have so many. But yeah, Star Wars one sold. In a Gladden book. This was just like a freebie that my mum got with her moisturizer, and she wouldn't use it, so sold it. So made a profit of $5 on that, which was pretty good. Women's Weekly cookbook, they actually sell quite well. It depends on the one, but they can sell quite well. You can see down here I sold another one, the Chinese cookbook one, and up here it was the cakes and slices one. Sold 2 books, another cookbook, another fiction book. This was a comic book. I was going to say cartoon book. Comic book. A biography, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I had 12 of them. They weren't in, I didn't have all of them. Like I had like the first few, then I missed a few and had another few, but someone bought them. So you can, list them up. You can do bulk lots even if you don't have them all. Usually it helps if you have them all, but if you don't have them all, someone can still buy them. Another Jamboree thing. Donna Hay magazine, issue 2. So every now and again I'll sell magazines as well, especially the cooking ones. Seafood book and another biography. So that was March. Then we have April. So April, I sold 47. So that was actually the most I sold in the 6 months and the most profit I made. So gross sales was $900.63. Then my net profit was $400.49. So that's the most in a month I made from January to June. July kicked that number out of the park, but go watch that video if you want to find out what happened in July. But yeah, shipping costs $288 and approximate fees $153. So let's go see what's sold. Alright, so we had a cookbook, some more of that soap, Jamboree, a top, some nail polish. I only made 98 cents on that nail polish, but I made money from it. So, you know, some outerwear. That was Kmart brand, and it's still sold. And I made $6 on it. So if it's a nice Kmart item, it can still sell. It doesn't sell well, but it can still sell. So just kind of keep that in mind if you do find a really nice Kmart item. Yeah. So then we've got some more books. You can see here, this is when I start to get more into books, and that's where I start to make that swap over from selling more books than health and beauty items. I sold a book. This is a DVD, sorry. This is like, you can literally see from this item title how bad I was at listing DVDs. The title was literally Arthur. I didn't even put DVD after it. I didn't put anything. I literally just named it Arthur. So this is why I need to go back through my DVDs, because yeah, you can see, like, I don't know how this person even found it, to be honest. Like, good on them for being able to find my listing. Another book, some Jamboree stuff, some more books, some clothes, some perfume, more books, so you can really see this where the books start to come in. Some Jamboree items, some books, some makeup, biography. Had a whole lot of Catherine Cookson books. They were all the same style and everything, but I decided to split them up because shipping was going to be a pain in the butt. Although someone found them all and decided they wanted them all, so shipping was still a pain in the butt. I think it cost me about $50 to ship the 20 books, I want to say. Maybe it was 30 books. But yeah, so ended up selling them all to one person. I had split them into lots of 4 or 5, I think. But yeah, it was still good to get them all just sent to one person. Then we've got another book, stick on nail things, AFL cards, books, a Bible. Bibles can sell quite well, especially if they're the leather ones or really old ones that are still in good condition that look really pretty. So be on the lookout for those. They can sell. Then we've got another book, some clothes, and the rest are books. So I sold 31 books, 10 health and beauty items, 2 women's outerwear items, 1 pair of bottoms, 1 women's top, 1 DVD, and 1 of those AFL cards. So this is where I start to get mostly into books. Then we'll go to May. So May I sold 35 items. So I started to go back downhill here. I think April was where I was like really tried hard on listing. And then May I dropped down again. So 35 items sold, $256 profit. My gross sales was $734. Then you got to take off the shipping of $244 and the approximate fees of $124. So May... Where's my spreadsheet for May? All right, I'm not sure what happened there, guys. So no spreadsheet for May. So we'll just go to June. It was pretty much the same item. So I started going more to books and things like that. So June, I sold 41 items and I made a profit of $351. So this is where I start to pick back up again and try to list a little bit more. My gross sales was $869. Shipping was $335, so it was quite high even though I didn't have that many items. And this is because I swapped to only doing Australia Post. So I think I wasn't even on a band. I was paying, you know, the full $9.15. And I think this is also where they put up their price, Australia Post. So it was like $9.15 to post every single item. And yeah, it was quite high. But now I'm on band 4 and the shipping's actually most of the time less than or the same amount as Sendle, but it's way more reliable. So I'm kind of sticking with that. The approximate fees were $149. So we'll look at June. So we had borderline personality book, some jeans, some biographies. If I remember correctly, they actually went to the same person. Then we have a jumper, then some more books. We got some cookbooks, some novels, some non-fiction books, a historical book, another cookbook. Then we've got, this one was a bit different for Jamboree. It was the heater that works with the nail sheet. So you got to like put them on and then heat them from what I can work out. So yeah, that was like a manicure kit with the heater. So I had like a little filing, nail file, clippers, the heater, all that kind of stuff in it, to try and make it a little bit more enticing. It did only sell for $20, but I had like $1 in it. So, you know, it was pretty good. A Diana Ferrari dress, a coat from Target, some more of that mascara, another borderline personality disorder book, Good Girl's Guide to Being a Dick. So some self-help, some more non-fiction. That was a fiction novel. So I seem to sell more non-fiction than fiction. I think it's just because the fiction novels, especially the ones that I find the most, are the ones that like are mass produced. Everyone has it. Everyone's trying to sell them. So definitely try and look for the books. I know it's hard because the ones you're going to find are probably those mass produced ones, but be on the lookout for unusual books that you haven't seen before, you haven't heard of them, and what I can tell are the ones that are more likely to sell. So some more of that, the nail wraps, another book, some shampoo that I got in a bulk lot of like some health and beauty stuff. So I had it for quite a while, but it ended up selling. I only made 30 cents on it, but to be honest, I was just happy to get rid of it. Some more clothes, some more books. So sold some more. It was mostly non-fiction. Oh no, mostly fiction, a few non-fictions in there. Sold some Mr. Men and Little Miss books. They actually went overseas. I don't sell much overseas. I've actually taken overseas sales off at the moment just because I'm trying to work out how a better way to do it without having to weigh every single item when I list it on eBay. But yeah, they sold overseas and I ended up making $25 on them. Shipping was $27 though. So the person almost paid the same amount of shipping as they paid for the actual item. But if someone wants it, they will pay for it. Some more fiction books and then some talcum powder, which I got from that free garage sale I mentioned earlier in the video. So yeah, that's how I went for the first 6 months. So from January to that, yeah, so this is the annual report, but it's really only 6 months for this video. I sold 194 items in the 6 months. My cost of goods sold were about $253. My gross sales were $3,922. My shipping costs were almost a third of that, or exactly a third of it, pretty much, $1,397. My fees were $668 when it sounds like a lot, but it's just kind of what you have to do to be on eBay. You got to pay the fees. And then my net profit was $1,518. So that's kind of where I was at for the first 6 months. If you look at my July video, you will see I sold 129 items in the month of July. That's almost as much as I sold in the first 6 months of this year. So go check out that video. Yeah, so much more happens in that video just because I really stepped up my game for July. I'm going to try and make this like a monthly thing that I'll go through at the end of the month, what sold, my profits, how much fees I paid, shipping costs, all of that kind of thing. So keep a lookout for those videos. Make sure if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.